I'm adding this lecture after I recorded the rest of the lectures for this section of the course, just because it occurred to me that I keep editing files on the remote server using a tool called Vi. Some people call it Vim, I call it Vi. And you may not be that familiar with it, and I'm not sure that I gave enough instructions to actually enable you to use it usefully. So this is just a short lecture that gives you a crash course in Vi. So I'm going to connect to the server. So I'm connecting. And I'll clear the screen. And I'm in my home directory, okay? And I just saw that by typing pwd for print working directory. And if I want to, say, go up a level, I can cd ... to go up one level, and ls to list the files, and I'll go back into TCS, okay? So inside of that, I have two files. I want to create a new file, which I'm going to call test. I'll create that by typing the command vi and then test.txt, because it's a text file. And that opens the Vi editor. And the Vi editor is incredibly powerful. And I'm not going to go anywhere near through all of the commands that are available to you, but I'll give you enough that you'll be able to do things. So when this is first opened, if I want to be able to insert some text, I'll type the letter I. Actually, I think I hit an O there. But anyway, I. And that, you notice in the bottom right left-hand corner, it now says you're in insert mode. And I can type things. Now, I have a typo there. If I want to get rid of that and change that Y to an H like it should be, I have to hit escape. That gets me out of the insert mode, and then I'll use the arrow keys to get over top of that. I'll type the letter X to delete that, X, I to reinsert, and I will change it to an H. And now I can go back to the end of this. I can type things, and now I can type more. And again, I'll get out of insert mode by hitting the escape key. Now that I've done this, I want to save it. So I'm going to type a colon, shift, and then the shift semicolon, which is the colon key. That brings up the command. And in the bottom left-hand corner, you'll see it's now a colon. And I'll type W for write. And that writes the file. And if I want to get out of here, again, I'm not in insert mode. And if I am, I would hit escape. I'll hit the colon again to bring out the command. And I'll type Q. And now I'm quit out of it. And if I clear the screen and type ls to list the contents of this directory, there is my test.txt file. And if I type cat to actually print this out, the contents of it, test.txt, there's the file that I typed. If I want to edit that file now, vi test.txt, and it brings it back up. Now let's say I want to have a new line here. I could hit I and then press return, or I can just type O, which will insert a new line and put me in insert mode. And now I am in insert mode, period. Hit escape to get out of it, colon to bring up the command bit, WQ, I can do the write and quit as one command, and we're good. Let's Vi it again. Let's say I want to get rid of this entire line. I can type DD, and that will delete the entire line. I can delete this line too, DD. And get back in insert mode and type some new text. Now, I'm going to get out of insert mode and I'm going to go YY to copy. YY copies the current line, and then P to paste, and P to paste, and P to paste, and P to paste. And I'm going to go up to this middle line and I'm going to delete the word sum by hitting X 4 times, X, 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 X. I again, and now I'm going to type a word that is unique. It exists nowhere else in this file. And I will call this Trevor. Okay? I'll get out of insert mode, bring up my command by typing the colon, and now I want to look for the word Trevor. So I put a slash and Trevor, and it's case sensitive, so I had to use the capital T, and it will say, hey, there's the line. It takes me right to the line that has that word, and if I hit N for next, it jumps right to the word Trevor. And I could delete that and put in, oh, I got the wrong spot, Mary. Escape, colon, WQ to save and quit, and we're done. And that is our crash course in Vi. Now I've added to the resources for this page a cheat sheet for Vi. And if you don't like Vi, there are other editors. I think there's one called Pico, which I never used, Pico test.txt, and that brings up something that actually might be more useful for you. So this might be a little friendlier for you. I don't like it. I find Vi extremely easy to use. You have to learn basically 3 or 4 basic commands. How to get into the insert mode with an I, the escape gets you to your command out of the insert mode, and typing a colon brings you into the command bit where you can save and quit. And that's sufficient for our purposes for this course. But if you want to learn how to use Nano, just Google it and all the instructions will be there. I want to exit right now, and it looks like Control X gets me out. Control X, and we're out. Okay, so that does it. But it's Vi is really easy to use, and I strongly encourage you to learn it. It will make your life much easier when you're managing configuration files on a server.